And welcome back once again. My name is James Henderson, coming to you live from where else? The place where it all got started, here at MalairteBitcoin.com. So what's going on with Japan and the ICOs? That's what we really want to know. Hey, we got one more day till Halloween. What are you going to go as? And what is the state of cryptocurrency in today's market? Inquiring minds want to know. Next on Malairte Bitcoin News and Education. All right, so it's just been over a week. We have Bitcoin that's pushed, past 6,000. It topped out at 6,300. That's right, an increasement. An increasement of now worth over $740 million through the Bitcoin exchange was exchanged within the last 24 hours. This money just keeps rising. What are you doing with Bitcoin? What applications are you building, and what modifications are you making to your life to accept this new digital currency? And are you keeping yourself informed? That's what I really want to know. So, after this past week, we know that Bitcoin hit, $6,100, dropped down to $5,800. Everyone's still making a trade. No real news is happening because everything is in research and development. As you know, with stuff that's going on with Japan, Russia, China, what's going on with North Korea, a lot of news was taken over. And if you're in the U.S., our stock market is taking the evidence and the priority of reaching all new highs. It's amazing how this is working. So if okay, let's say for inevitable facts, if the market falters, would Bitcoin get more publicity? One way or the other, I think Bitcoin is going to be a valuable currency in today's market because yes, that's true. A lot of people are antagonizing the fact that the dollar's going to fall and the Nasdaq's going to fall. What do? Well, right now the Nasdaq is holding steady, reaching all-time new highs. But if you look at the foundation of the Nasdaq, you're actually seeing that the Nasdaq is actually on solid ground. It's not this hype of like let's say the .com boom and bust. People are throwing money at these .com companies and not knowing really anything about them. I mean, Amazon's now past $1,000, but when Amazon first got started, it wasn't making a profit. In fact, it wasn't making a profit for the first 7 years, but yet they were still making a killing. So now look at Amazon, research and development, awesome IT company, and yeah, they do sell stuff on the side. So, what can I say about that? What's going on with the industry? Hey, I want to know your opinions. I've got quite a few people who've decided to join me at MalairteBitcoin.com and allow my bot to buy and sell on their Bittrex account. So what's going on with Ethereum? Ethereum's finally moved past 300. So the nice thing about it, it's raised 4% in the last 24 hours, and we're looking at Ethereum that has a share of daily trading volume of 26.6%. It's pretty good. It's finally moving up. So now that we see what Bitcoin is great for and what Ethereum is great for, we're gonna start seeing a dividing between products and service. So, listen, guys, there's some awesome, great people out there that can explain more about what's going on. But as far as a product, I can buy and sell, let's say, a car or a house in New York, and trade for Bitcoin. Now, service is stating that I'll go out there, I'll write a contract for you, saying that I'm going to build the the foundation, build the structure, do whatever that I'm promising to do using my service, times, and talent, and that'd be perfect for an Ethereum contract to be set in place. So now it's two different things. I'm gonna build the residential area, the housing industry, with an Ethereum token, and then I'll purchase it with the Bitcoin. What do you think about that analogy? It's pretty cool, in my opinion. But I digress. That's just me I'm talking about. So the SEC has finally come out with a new cyber unit. You're going, oh great, the SEC's getting involved. Okay, so the SEC's getting involved not to squash or squander the reputation of Bitcoin. The SEC is actually providing the new cyber unit to help track the misconduct of what Bitcoin's using. So they're actually helping it to make Bitcoin honest. Like for instance, you can go out there, you can buy all this crap that's out on the dark web, and you're not really able to see who bought and sold. Well, they used to do that with Western Union. However, though, Western Union threw Congress a lot of money, and they sort of packed it on the side. So far, no one's throwing Congress a bunch of Bitcoin, and that's the reason why I think it's there. But they're also trying to keep the violations down. However, though, in my opinion, the SEC needs, this is a new generation we're talking about, the SEC needs to walk on very thin lines, or they're going to get a backlash from the community, and they're not going to know what hit them or who hit them, because of the fact that they won't know where it came from. We got a lot of smart, crypto guys out there. I know a couple myself from University of Houston, where, I see the SEC to making sure that I would like, not get scammed. And I don't really care for the stuff that's on the dark web. I think it's a miscellaneous joke sometimes. After going through, I took a couple classes on pre-med, and knowing that what I know now, what drug use does to the human body and everything, and people are buying, oh hell, man, people used to buy body parts with the U.S. dollar out on the black market in France. So but once again, new day and age, people are using cryptocurrency, so instead of me bringing a bag full of money, I just have to bring my wallet. So, but I digress. So, we got a problem. I think the Vietnamese central bank needs to rethink what they just stated. And basically what they said is, we're going to start finding people using cryptocurrency. I think that's a big mistake, because if you haven't looked and seen what the Vietnamese dollar is doing in the past several years, it's losing ground, folks, compared to the euro and the US dollar. There's not much you can say about it, but upon Article 6, or Clause 6 of Article 27 of the decree from 26-2014, the Vietnamese will fine you 150 million to 200 million Vietnamese dollar. So let's go with what's going on with the industry. Vietnam, it has an impact. It's doing some amazing things with taking the cheap labor market and building a really industrial fine clothing industry. However, though, it's losing ground due to other third world countries offering their service and products cheaper. So the banks are knowing that their dollar's falling, and they're just figuring that if we lose control of our own currency, we lose control of our own country. That's not true. Now look at what the United States is doing and helping support cryptocurrency, you really need to get on the factor. You really need to get on the admiration of how this industry can help build an individual country out instead of you losing ground. But the older gentlemen who've been in politics for years, they're believing that if you lose the value of your currency, you lose the value of your country. Once again, I don't think it's true. There's too many articles that are pulling people's thoughts both ways. However, though, it's not in my opinion, today's day and age, people don't see the U.S. dollar anymore. You got the younger generations coming out there, and they work, they have money, they put money into the bank account, and then they use their phone to pay for stuff. No one carries cash around anymore, so what's the difference? Unfortunately, if you tipped a lady, or if you, no, let me phrase that. Here's a better area. If you bought a pizza for what, $4.95 or $5, back in 2014 or 2008, let's put it let's go that far back. You know how much that pizza is worth now if you paid cash? Well, it's gone a couple bucks, and the value of your cash has gone way down. However, though, that guy who sold the pizza for Bitcoin, the guy's sitting on a new Ferrari. Who wouldn't want a value that goes up instead of not being devalued? So, once again, that also pays for more stuff. So, Japan's clarifies its stance on the initial coin offering. Just like the SEC, that Japan is noticing that there's a lot of fraud that's going out there with the ICOs, investors. So the white papers and a lot of these ICOs are worth crap. That's plain and simple. In fact, a lot of these ICOs are just a carbon copy with a different name change of previous ICOs that have made it and are trying to do it. However, though, it's really hard to regulate these ICOs when there's so many out there and you got such a small team of development. So with that being said, Japan's financial authority clarifies its stance on the initial coin offerings. It's just basically buyer beware. There's a lot of these ICOs that as soon as you buy them, they get devalued to either a minimum status or no status at all, because there's a lot of scams out there for these ICOs. Yes, there's thousands of them, and people in the very beginning made a lot of money. However, though, there's too many to be to value right now. And a lot of these people, just like the what do you call it? This BitConnect, you don't even know the team. In fact, no one has a freaking clue who actually owns BitConnect. I know it's some guy in Europe, but every time they keep faltering or trying to find out, about this guy, because England's looking at, handing them papers because of back taxes now. It's a nightmare. So once again, a lot of these ICOs, they're just having problems with executing. And sure, a lot of their products seem reasonable, but really, cryptocurrency has its own time and space and place to help you reap the reward of making things easier in your life. But there's some things you just can't use it for. And some of these ideas, especially with the housing industry that I've heard many, many times over, you're in the product and you're in the issue of state laws. So, yeah, cryptocurrencies worldwide. So why would you target something so centralized and not look at, helping people from a global factor? So Do I invest in ICOs? I don't. I'm out of them. Don't have any interest in them because there's so many that come my way. You start doing research on who's going to be executing the ICO, and you can't find much about them. And it only takes you a minute to create a fake PhD account on LinkedIn. But when you call the school of wherever they graduated from, then you start wondering, okay, is this thing legit? All right, so what's going on with the state of crypto? Bitcoin's up 5.43% at 6,129, and I'm sure that it's a little bit higher now, or a little bit lower now. Well, it's dropped a little. With the volume of 122,000 or 122 million at $741 million on the U.S. pairs. Litecoin, guess what? It's finally gone up. Why has it gone up when there's nothing going on with Litecoin? Don't have a clue, but it's up 5.545%. I know with the latest ant miner, it's just getting harder and harder and harder to mine. So if you're mining Litecoin, kudos to you, man. Ether. So Ether's dropped a little bit down compared to the rise in Bitcoin. Then you got Dash is down. Ripple is down. Ripple's down 3.93%. Of course, the overall statement is if Dash and Ripple and Zcash are down, then Bitcoin rose pretty high. So that's something that you immediately got to think of. Because if a lot of these minor coins, they're major, but they're minor, are down, then you got to look at what just happened to Bitcoin. How high did it raise? Because a lot of these minor coins are related to and compared to the whole Bitcoin exchange. So Monero is down. Monero is actually up 2.24%. They're actually making inevitable gains on their technology. And we'll just see what's going on with there. I know with some of the hacking going on, they were able to make sure and verify that that certain rumors were not true. Ether Classic, once again, Ether Classic is down because Ether is down because it's also compared to the Bitcoin with only a volume of 879 Bitcoins. So it's not bad. Ether Classic, like I said, still got a state. However, though, it's just, we'll see what happens. I know they're working on a couple stuff, and I don't know all the information yet. So Bitcoin Cash is now part of our daily state of crypto. And Bitcoin Cash, people have been selling it as soon as they get it. So Bitcoin Cash is down 10.38%. I know Bittrex was not interested in put it on their exchange because they believe it's just going to be another false coin. Now, whether or not you think that's true or not, I'm just looking at all this, looking from a programming standpoint of view, and there's some security causes that I question. Wave is down 3.34%, and Stratus is down 7.79%. Now that's on the sole basis that Bitcoin's up 5.43%. So once again, a lot of these cryptos are on the fact that if Bitcoin jumps another huge percentage, almost everything else will be down. Monero is on a different league, and unless something significant happens to Ether, then if Bitcoin's going up, everything else is going to be going down. What's your view on this? I'm interested in knowing, and that's again is trying to, tell me he needs to go outside. So I'm gonna have to wrap this thing up. And listen, we've got a lot of cool things out there. We're still working on version 2 of MalairteBitcoin.com. So for everyone who's saw my new registers, this is, you know, we run Malairte Bitcoin off of your Bittrex account. So here we are. Well, Bitcoin Cash is up a little. What is it, Bitcoin Gold or Bitcoin Segwits? No, never mind. Feathercoin's down. Golly. Alright. I mind Feathercoin. That's the reason why I'm... But anyways. Seems like the market's... Yeah, so the market's about evenly split. Or most of everything's on the low side, I'd have to say right now. So what does my orders look like? Oh, by the way, how many orders have you done today? So I've done... Alright. Look at my completed orders. Hey, cool, I've done 10 orders as I've been preparing this thing. Yeah. Oh, good, I've sold my Bitcoin Cash. Let's see, this was all done within the last 2 days. That's cool. So once again, if you're a... oh, check this out. So in 4 minutes, I've bought and sold Bitcoin BitB, or Bitcoin Byte. So Bitbean, alright. Never heard of it. I don't have a clue what half the... It's true, I don't have a clue what half these coins are. But I'm making money from them. So what is that? Alright, so I made 0.0003. Yep. So what is 0.003 times today's value? So $2. So I made $2 and I didn't even know about it. But of course I'm doing a lot of buying and selling 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Once again, how's your buying and selling? So for those of y'all who are interested in, it's free to register, log in. And before you get started, make sure that there's 11 pages worth of coins here. Because there's so many people on the system that this page is not being populated like it should. So if it's not populated, click on contacts and email me, all right? So let's go back to registered. So for those who want to know more, you add in your API key and secret key. Make sure the read info, trade info, or trade limit and withdrawal. Like I said, we take a penny out of every 1,000 automated trades. And then of course, this is just history that we pull from your account every time you go to it. But if you want to see the latest information, you just go directly to your account. So, alright, anything else I need to look at? There's a lot of buying and selling going on. That's all. Alright. Yeah, here's my last 100 trades. Alright. How many of y'all believe I was up at 1 o'clock in the morning or 12 midnight? Some hours are great. Other hours are just death-defying. Look at this. That's a lot for... That's a third hour right there. It's not bad. And of course, second hour. Like I said, some days are better than others. But I'm just buying and selling. My opinion, if you really need to start out with the Bitcoin. If you've never done this before. I know there's other programs out there you can start off $500, but you're not really seeing the true effects. If you can start out with the Bitcoin, I can tell you about, I'd say half of these trades are a lot of buys, a lot of sells. Half these trades are sells. So for the last 24 hours, last 24 hours, 200. So let's do the math on this. So, you know, just basically $200. $200 a day. Once your positions go past 180, and that's when I would start increasing the maximum Bitcoin amount from 2 cents to 3 cents, then to 4 cents, then 5 cents, to 6 cents. One customer of mine has most of these at a dime to 30 cents. Just think about what he's making. Look at also what he's investing. But the neat thing about it is I'm not holding on to your money. You just click on account. Oh, you just click on account. Turn it off if you want. Wait 24 hours. Wait till all these sell, and then you have your money. So right now, not bad. Got a lot of buying and selling. Well, anyways, I'm out of here, folks. Oh, that's cool. So here at malairtebitcoin.com, we want to thank you very much for all your great help, your support, and your information. So we've got a lot of new ideas that we've talked to the team about, and we will be increasing the number of functionality that we're going to be putting into version 2. And we're about to turn the registration off. I'd say get another 2 weeks before we max out all the people that we want trading with our bot. So that's all. Till next time, my name is James. I'll answer any emails that come my way. There's just too many forms. I prefer if you email. I'll reply back with my name, my number, my website. So if you really want, if you make a lot of money and you're down here in Houston, want to buy me a beer, I'm usually at BJ's. But until then, I'm out of here, and I've got more coding to do. All right, bye.